Our High Spot podcast is here in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Innovative Pro Wrestling. We're talking to Austin Theory. Austin, man, thank you so much for coming on the High Spot podcast, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Good to meet you. Good to meet you, man.
Really appreciate it, man.
All right, so a guy from Atlanta we were talking about before, and you come to the metropolitan area. You went to the Bronx yesterday. You tag teamed with JT Dunn, a member of Strong Style Brand, and you guys took on LAX. First of all, your experience in the Bronx and also taking on the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Yeah. That was quite the first time to be in the Bronx, right? Yeah. Against LAX.
You got kind of like they had the kind of home field advantage, you know.
Oh, absolutely. It was intense when they came out, but it was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah. And just your experience in the Bronx, with, you know, you're from Atlanta, so like how is it when you go to the Bronx or you visit the metropolitan area?
Compared to Atlanta, the Bronx is it's a little more edgier, yeah. You know what I mean? But those delis, man, they got some good food, man. Yeah.
Now it's probably one of the hardest things too, because you're always traveling. And
right.
So where do you end up finding the time to, for example, eat clean, eat the right way, but also get the workout in, and more importantly, the rest of the body, because it's your tool.
Right.
So with trips like this and coming here, it's great to meet the fans and they get a chance to meet you. But what do you do to physically and mentally prepare yourself each time you go out there?
So I try before I leave for any trip to go buy these tuna packets.
Okay, tuna is the way to go.
They're terrible because I've ate them so many times. There's different flavors, which helps, but I've probably had every single one of them. But I usually eat those, and I have like protein bars and stuff, and I try to eat those because that's like the best healthy thing you can kind of do on the road.
There's got to be so much temptation on the road, though, right?
Dude, absolutely, and your boy gives in, man. Yeah, dude.
So it's good to have that. You know, some people are like, should I have that cheat meal, that cheat day? Do you believe in that? Because there's a lot of people that kind of like, no, you shouldn't really have a cheat day. But what's your thoughts?
Are you kidding me, Jeff?
That?
This guy has muscles in places that none of us have muscles or places.
No, I kind of like, I used to be really strict with my diet, and I'm actually more cut now, which is crazy. But when I started wrestling, it was more like wrestling training is like a cardio, and it's like a cardio you can't really explain to somebody. Like, it's not just like a running, like you're lifting people and hitting people and taking impact, and you got all this energy you have to have, and that's kind of like my cardio. And I usually do that twice a week, like wrestling training, and then along with that same day I'm working out at the gym every day. So my body's constantly like working and I'm sweating, so if I see something I like and I want to eat, I can kind of eat it. So I don't really have like a set cheat day or something like that, you know what I mean? I just make sure like my protein intake is really high, and, you know, to keep the muscle and stuff like that. And obviously if I feel like my energy's low, you know, eat carbs and stuff.
Now, there's a lot of stuff on social media, you know, with you working out at the gym. So, like, for like when you're traveling, because I know everyone has like their routine. Do you try to get to that local gym? Do you maybe go work out before you fly out? What's that kind of routine for you when you're on the road? It's that schedule. Yeah.
Usually I try to, you know, see like when I get home. Like tonight today's Sunday, so I'll get home tonight. Normally when I have Sunday shows, I usually get home on Monday, and it's kind of like, depending on what time it is, like it messes up maybe that week because I might have to leave on Thursday for a show or something like that. But no, I definitely try to make it in the gym, and I've worked out in my hotel room before. Yeah, I've like curled the chair and like did dips off the bed and like lifted suitcases, like crazy stuff, but it still works. You know, just like whatever I can do, like to get that functional fitness in, you know, and just it helps me with my match as well. Like, I feel like working out takes stress off of me, and it just, you know, calms the body.
Talking about stress and calming the body, something I admire so much about you and what you do, and it's clear to see your work in the ring, how great it is. But for me, I'm always curious from the talent's perspective of, you know, it's one thing about, you know, we're always our own worst judge of character in terms of we're always pick on each other, we're always our own worst enemy. But when you look at it retrospectively, what entail from right now, we're at the tail end of 2018, about to go into 2019, summer's almost over here on the East Coast. Where do you feel you still are? Where do you feel you still want to get to in terms of that next level for yourself?
My goal has always been to go to WWE. I actually didn't know about the independents until 2016. I had always heard about it, but I didn't really know what it was. And then my trainer, A.R. Fox, he introduced me to that in 2016 when I started training with him. And I remember my first weekend of seeing independent wrestling was a WrestleMania weekend. And anybody that's an independent fan knows like how big that is. And it was just so many shows and just like so many big names, and like me just learning them and like watching these guys, and I was just blown away. And you know, from where I'm from, like Georgia, like South Georgia, it's like the wrestling's not as good, you know. Everybody kind of like just is rip-offs, like mocks people and stuff like
they
that.
have a lot of history though with you know, with the Crockett promotions back in the 80s,
Right,
Georgia, the
right.
lines and stuff like that. It's a lot of tradition though.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. But just some of, I guess like the particular promotion that I went to was just
nowadays.
Yeah, it was just like not to like get on Georgia wrestling because there's some great things that have came out of there, but just like I guess like the promotion I was done, it wasn't really. It wasn't really run very well, and it was just real small. It was like in an auction or something like that, just real old, and people, you could tell they didn't really care when they were wrestling and stuff. So that's just was my perspective on independent wrestling. So,
well, you're getting into a great time, a great period of independent wrestling now that you're witnessing it. Like everyone now, your goal is to go to WWE, but you know, right now for those people that are, you know, starting out or, you know, have
there's
had
just so
like
much out there right now.
Long career,
There's opportunities.
so much out there. How do you feel about the wrestling business right now, especially independent scene now, where you can go from town to town like this and make a very good living for yourself?
Yeah, it's insane. Just over like since 2016 when I started. Just how much it's grown even in just 2 years. Like independent wrestling is like the biggest like it's ever been, you know, and it just keeps growing.
Let's talk about this real quick. You know, 10, 15 years ago, tools like social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat didn't exist.
Right.
So when you really had to make a name for yourself, you really had to go travel, hopefully promoters would promote you. And
Absolutely.
so to make a name on the independent scene wasn't as easy or not that anything's easy, but wasn't as that accessible. Nowadays, social media and stuff like that, how important is it and vital for yourself to brand yourself out there so that when the day does come where WWE comes knocking on your door and you gain that opportunity to sign with them, you're already an established commodity where people know who you are rather than kind of reintroducing yourself. So how do you use social media? How vital is it for you in your career?
It's super important. I honestly try to post almost every single day because I just feel like without social media, it kind of, to me, feels like if you don't care about yourself, then why would somebody care about you in a way? And if you don't make yourself matter, then nobody's going to think you matter.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you're this quiet dude that like nobody ever really sees anything of until they see you at the show, you know, like it's kind of like watching a movie. Like you watch the movie and you want to know more about the characters, so you go online and you look up more stuff and you just want to know more, and that's what people want, and that's what people connect with.
And one final one from me, Austin, because we're about to get started here in Innovative Pro Wrestling.
You know, they can wait for us. they start when we're done with this interview.
Your thoughts on the Battle Club Pro experience and also being here in New Jersey here, tasting a little bit of the metropolitan area. What's your thoughts on the promotions in general, just the quality of wrestling that you get here in New York and New Jersey?
Yeah. Like last night, Battle Club Pro, it was a great experience, you know. Great fans, great energy, great locker room. Just the way the shows it's ran super smooth. Just even here, you know, we haven't started the show yet, but yeah, just the energy's great here, you know, and you don't feel like uncomfortable or, man, I really want to get out of here and get to the airport. Like, no, it's great energy. Everybody's super motivated, and, you know, like you said, like independent wrestling's different now. Like it's just on another level, and I think just everybody wants to be the best. Yeah. So you can't let back. You can't, you know, just chill. You know, everybody's on edge. Everybody's ready to roll.
Yeah. One final for me, you know what, and thank you so much for your time. What's so great is that we're talking right now, he seems so nice and calm and low-key and laid back, but when he's in that ring, you don't want to mess with him one bit. So my question to you, exactly, I wouldn't want to mess with him at all. I was like, look at this guy, man, seriously, this shirt's not an XL. This is not a small shirt, it's a very large shirt, and he's filling out to perfection, but like how much of it is in terms of the importance in terms of the character development? You know, I've always heard the old saying from legends in this business saying, you know what, you want to be yourself, you want to be genuine, but you want the volume amped up to like 100.
Absolutely.
Do you go with that same mentality?
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I'm literally in the ring myself, turned up to 10. Yeah. Like, 10's the max. If it's not, then I'm past that. But, yeah, just, well, I don't know, just standing back there and my song hits and
you go through that curtain.
It's just another level, yeah. It's like the nerves are gone and it's go time. Like, it's time to win, you know?
I mean, thank you for your time, Austin.
Absolutely.
And where can they follow you on social media?
For sure.
Where can they follow you on social media?
On Instagram, it's Austin_Theory. Again, that's Austin_Theory for Instagram. On Twitter, it's AustinTheory1. And those are just my two main ones, Twitter and Instagram. I'm
going to follow this man and send him a DM because I need some tips on getting as cut up as this guy is, seriously. The summer's not over yet. Still need to get into that shape, but this guy puts anybody to shame.
Man, appreciate your time, Austin. Really,
no doubt,
good luck
man.
tonight,
Thank you guys, man.
Thank you so much, buddy.